still untouched the other way. The question is, will this stand, or was Olsen beyond the...
Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's B. Militant. Welcome to the Redskins review for the Carolina Panthers Washington Redskins game. I just showed you guys a little clip of Chris Culliver and the bad call and all that. And I just gotta start off by saying, did we get screwed out of going up in this game 21-14? Yes, we did. Now, I still have to be pretty disappointed in our team to let that play and the refs get inside of our heads and actually help create a loss for us, because that was definitely a momentum change. As soon as that play happened where the referee called that unnecessary roughness and we didn't get the pick six, after that, everyone who watched the game, we all know it. That changed the pace, the momentum of the game. All after that went straight downhill, all in the Panthers' favor. Now, that is a sign of an inexperienced team to let something like that happen. But I feel for him, man, because you're out there, you're trying, and then you see the refs do something like that, man. Everyone gets their hopes up. Just got a pick six, going up on the road, 7 points against an undefeated team, and then the referee throws a flag, But we can't do that, man. That's just straight up the sign of an inexperienced team, and there's really no excuse for what happened after that. I did see something, an article about we had like 6 or so players or something that played every single down in the game, and I think they were pretty much like all on defense, which is not a good thing as well, because they were on the field so long because we had so many fumbles and stuff like that. Now let me jump into some things about the game. First off, we gotta talk about Kirk Cousins. I don't think he had as bad of a showing as it seemed. I mean, Kirk Cousins was basically doing everything on offense yesterday. He threw the interception, which, I mean, is a classic Kirk Cousins interception. He overthrew Deshaun Jackson, but I think what happened was at the last second, he had Deshaun Jackson, and then Pierre Garçon was also running behind him, and I think he was just pressured, and he threw it up like basically in the middle of both those guys. And I think, Deshaun Jackson, if he was over 6 foot tall, I think he probably would have caught that ball, which is a whole nother topic of how I think next year the Redskins need to acquire in the draft a wide receiver that is over 6 foot tall, because right now I believe our tallest wide receiver that we use is Pierre Garçon, and he's 6 foot tall. We need a motherfucker that's like 6'3" or above, man. We need some tall guys who are a big target, who can go up and get the ball and snatch it out of the air, just like the Panthers' tall ass wide receiver in the end zone caught that pass from Cam Newton in the end zone, and he's all like this, and Chris Culliver's in a good spot. Chris Culliver had good coverage on him, but he's just so tall, and he's got the ball up like that. We don't have any wide receivers like that, man, and we need to acquire some. All we have is a bunch of small, speedy guys, which, I mean, it's good, but we can't have just all small guys. But yeah, Kirk Cousins, I mean, mediocre. It was a mediocre day. I mean, everyone wants to blame, the fumbles on Kirk Cousins, but I mean, like the fumbles that he had where the offensive line broke down and let him get hit by the Panthers. I mean, just hats off to the Panthers, man. They showed why they were undefeated. To be honest, their defensive line was pretty ruthless, man, and our offensive line's been pretty good this year, but they got to Kirk Cousins a good amount of times, man, and they were smart when they did it. And I don't necessarily. I mean, what does Kirk Cousins have? 3 fumbles that I can remember this year. The one in Tampa Bay. and these two in this game, I really don't hold this too much on Kirk Cousins. And honestly, we need to have this discussion that this game honestly doesn't even fucking matter. What matters is next week's game against the Giants and all of our divisional games after that. That's the way that we will make it to the playoffs if we do. And on record, I was on record in the last video saying that I believe we could beat the Panthers, but one thing needs to fucking happen. And it didn't fucking happen, and it's our run game. Whenever our run game does not show up, this is Kirk. When the run game doesn't show up, Kirk Cousins makes the same mistakes. He can't. Any quarterback that throws the ball this fucking often is going to throw interceptions. I mean, you guys know I rally for Kirk Cousins, and I like him as a player. But I mean, any quarterback who has to drop back and throw the ball this often compared to how many times we run the ball, they are going to throw interceptions. No ifs, ands, or buts. It happens, man. The only fucking quarterback that somehow doesn't throw interceptions that often and passes this often is Aaron Rodgers. And everyone, I mean, he's a freak. But if you throw the ball this often, if we have no fucking run game, we're gonna throw interceptions. Kirk throwing one interception during this game, I'm not super fucking worried about it. All right, it's gonna happen. He's gonna throw more interceptions. It's gonna happen. But also our offensive line, man, they just did not look like the offensive line in the rest of the season, man. Morgan Moses got beat bad on the one time where Kirk got the ball smacked out of his hand. The first time, I believe. Our offensive line just wasn't protecting. And then, it's the whole, we have the same old fights and battles here. Everyone's like, oh, Kirk Cousins only throws the ball, short passes. It's like, all right. So now Kirk Cousins is taking a little bit more time to drop back and read the defense and try to throw it further downfield. And then he gets the ball smacked out of his hands because our offensive line's not holding up. These are the same people who are gonna bitch no matter what. It's pathetic, dude. It drives me crazy. I've already seen all over Facebook people, oh, Kirk Cousins likes to hang on to the ball. Actually, Kirk Cousins has one of the quickest fucking releases in the NFL right now. And these are the same people who are bitching Kirk Cousins only throws short passes. If he doesn't throw short passes and he holds onto the ball, y'all are gonna be here bitching about something, dude. It drives me crazy. It's a never-ending story. But yet again, our defense played terrible. Kirk Cousins didn't play good. Pretty terrible. No one on the offense played pretty good at all. But let's bring up a fucking fact here. The Redskins had 14 fucking rushing yards. Fucking 14! 14 rushing yards. How in the world are you going to win an NFL game with 14 rushing yards? There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Alfred Morris, Matt Jones, and Chris Thompson, there's no fucking excuse. Clinton Portis was on record this year saying, you can hand me the fucking ball, and I will just fall forward. Hand me the ball, and I'll fall to the ground forward, and I'll have more yards average than our running backs this year. And that's the fucking truth, man. I hate when people, I'm sitting here telling you guys that I'm annoyed that people are putting the blame on one person and Kirk Cousins or fire Gruden and this and that. People always want to point fingers at and shit like that. But no one's pointing a fucking finger at our running backs, dude. It's fucking killing me, dude. It's killing me. None of those guys are getting shit done, dude. None of them. And I don't give a fuck how many people are there to stack and try to stop the run. There's no fucking excuse for 14 fucking rush yards. I know that our offensive coordinator is not calling enough rushing plays. I understand that, and I agree. But what do you fucking expect when we hand the ball off and they either fucking fumble it or they just don't get any fucking yards? So then they're like, well, let's get a first fucking down because we need to. So let's throw the ball and give it to Kirk Cousins, and then over a fucking matter of time, it doesn't matter how many fucking passes you throw, sooner or later any quarterback's gonna throw a fucking interception. So, we need the fucking run game, dude. We need the run game to show up. And I have a feeling. I mean, it's so inconsistent. Everyone wants to talk about Kirk Cousins being inconsistent. Look at Kirk Cousins has been way more fucking consistent than our fucking run game, dude. I'm sorry, but it's the fucking truth. I mean, it's dude. I don't even know what else to say, man. The run game, dude. We have no run game. It's and every single time Matt Jones has fumbled the fucking ball this year, it seems to be when he is like hurdling someone. Does anyone else notice this? When Matt Jones needs he has the ball and he needs to jump over a player or something, that's when he fumbles the fucking ball every time. Like, dude, you're 6'2", dude. Don't jump over someone. Run through motherfuckers, dude. Let Chris Thompson jump over people, dude. Let someone finesse jump over people. Not a big old 6'2" motherfucker, dude. Stop jumping and getting yourself off balance, dude. Run motherfuckers over. That's what you're here for. That's why you're that fucking big, dude. God, it drives me crazy, man. And I mean, Matt Jones is a rookie, man. He's gonna. It's mistakes, dude. It's bound to happen. It's just bound to happen. And I mean, this just all keeps pointing to. We need more drafts from Scott McClellan, dude. We need more drafts. But, you know, the season, you know, like I said earlier in the video, everybody, you got to calm down. We honestly didn't even really need this game versus the Panthers. Obviously, having a better record is going to help. But we need the divisional games. Our division's wide open. The Eagles lost pretty fucking bad to the goddamn Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so that helps us. Mark Sanchez threw 4 fucking interceptions, so you know, I know I'm gonna hear it about Kirk Cousins, but Mark Sanchez just threw 4 fucking interceptions. Joe Flacco just fucking tore his fucking ACL and MCL and is out for the season. Probably gonna be out for part of next season. At least Kirk Cousins is fucking healthy. At least Kirk Cousins can take a fucking hit and get up. Oh yeah, sorry there guys, my GoPro died because I go on such long rants all the time that I forget to charge it. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Do you think I'm right? Do you think we need a fucking run game? Do you think our guys can? I mean, Alfred Morris, I don't know what's up with him. He's got some type of injury. Maybe it's even worse than we are really expecting. But I mean, dude, I believe in Chris Thompson, dude. Like, I'm okay with going out there and putting Matt Jones or Chris Thompson or Alfred Morris, any of those guys on the field, but they're just not producing. So, yeah, if you guys are new here, I'm B. Militant. This is a Redskins review. Gonna be making videos every week talking about the Redskins game. Feel free to comment and let me know what you guys think, whether you agree with me, whether you think I'm retarded. Whatever it is, let me know. I will comment back. I always do. You know, still trying to grow this channel with more people. And hopefully one day we'll have a bunch of people on here, and hopefully one day we'll all agree on something. What it is, I don't know, but hopefully we start agreeing on stuff. But until then, it's all right. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.